Hello, this is a review of Assignment 6 on the UWP path.
Once again with the UWP path, especially for Assignment 6, we're going to point back to the WPF path for this assignment. So exercise 6.1 being exactly the same, there's nothing more to be said about it here. Go ahead and take a look at the review for Assignment 6 for WPF. For exercise 2, almost the same. Let's go ahead and take a look at the differences. So you'll notice up here at the top of the XAML page, I've selected a target. It really doesn't matter which one you might have picked, just that pick something. If we took a look at the XAML file, we'll see that it is, again, very similar to the XAML file for the WPF. In fact, I actually didn't write this for UWP. I simply copied it out of the WPF solution. All right, some differences though. Instead of the window tag, we're using page. And so instead of window resources, we're using page resources. You'll notice that because UWP does not support the string format attribute of the binding attribute, we have 2 converters instead of 1. We'll look at those in a bit. There's a standard folder name, assets, for files that support the application. So rather than using resources, which is what we used and needed to create in the WPF application, we just go ahead and use the existing assets folder. And since there is no string format in UWP, we have created a second converter. Let's take a look at those converters. We saw the exact change indicator converter in the review of Assignment 6 for WPF, so I'll skip that here. Let's take a look at the money string converter, and it's pretty straightforward. It's literally just a call to string.format. And although we don't technically need it, I chose to go ahead and write convert back, which if it was called would take a string from the user interface and parse it as a decimal. From there, we look at the code behind for the page. And again, it's nearly the same. Instead of main window, we have main page, and it derives from page. We have an event procedure that includes a message dialog as opposed to a message box. But we actually looked at that in the intro to this particular assignment, so I won't belabor that here. Once we've got the application written, we would want to deploy it. And once it's deployed, we can run it. And fortunately for us, it operates exactly the same as the WPF, and in fact, the WinForms version of the application.
That's the review of Assignment 6 on the UWP path.